Hi guys, I'm Adam Reinecke. I'm a student here in software engineering, and I'm going to tell you why you should learn JavaScript. A little background on me, I've been programming and doing web development since 2006. I absolutely love it, and I think the web is the best place to program. JavaScript has got some history for it, so I'll set that up for you. Back in 1995, Netscape 2.0 came out, and they had the first version of JavaScript. IE came out in 96, and they had their own version. They called it JScript. Kind of the same, and then 97, ECMAScript, or the ECMA community came together and they said, hey, we're going to standardize that. The current version of JavaScript is ECMAScript 5. In 2009, that's kind of standardized by all browsers now. They all support that. The next version is going to be ECMAScript 6. That's going to come out sometime in hopefully the near future once they agree on what should be in ECMAScript 6. If you have a browser, you support JavaScript. You'll find a browser in your desktop, your smartphone, a tablet, every game console almost, your e-reader, your smart TV, and possibly even your car. So that's a lot of different places where if you build something, it can run there. For JavaScript to work in a browser, though, you need HTML. What HTML does is it offers you the structure. These are actually, if you look closely, these are my slides written in HTML. And that gives you your structure for a web page. What gives your content beauty is your CSS. And that's going to style your stuff, give you your colors, your font sizes, and all of that in your browser. But what gives it action then is your JavaScript. And we're going to see your JavaScript. And so what your JavaScript does is there's a lot of pieces in here that actually make stuff work. I can do my math calculations. I can do, interact with objects and stuff in JavaScript. And there's some other pieces in there that come from the DOM. And that's the document object model. And what the DOM is it's a set of ways for your JavaScript to interact with the browser and interact with the content in there and change it. So here, to make these slides work, I'm using JavaScript in the DOM to kind of change what's actually on the screen. But you can do other cool stuff in the browser. This is done with WebGL. If this is running in a browser, it's not a video, it's not an image. Those are real 3D graphics in your browser running. But you can do a whole lot more than just a cube and a triangle. People have taken this and they've gone all the way to create these amazing games. This is a screenshot of a game that runs in your browser. You don't have to go download something and install it. You just go to a URL and you click play and you have this amazing 3D shooter running in your browser. You couldn't have done that even 2 or 3 years ago. So it's phenomenal that JavaScript makes that possible. A really new advancement has been this ASM.js. This is JavaScript that's super optimized. It's actually a subset of JavaScript. It's only 2 times slower than C. A big complaint with JavaScript is that it's really slow. This is only 2 times slower. The modern UI apps, completely leave the browser now, modern UI apps in Windows 8, you can write those with HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. And that's a native application running on your desktop that is not in a browser. PhoneGap takes your HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and it lets you write a mobile application, not a web page, but it lets you write a mobile application that'll run on all these different devices. And so you don't need to go out and get a Mac and get Xcode to get it working. You can actually go on PhoneGap's website, build.phonegap.com, and upload your code. And then you get these cool little automatic builds of your app for all these different devices. Saves a lot of time and a lot of engineering work. Node.js takes JavaScript one more step. This is JavaScript on the server. Back in 2009, there's a lot of big names now that are using it. Microsoft, LinkedIn, Walmart, eBay, Yammer. And this is JavaScript that you write that runs on a server. And so you don't actually even have Apache running. It just runs on that server. This is a quote from a manager over at Yahoo who said, allowing developers to build one code base using one language, that is the Nirvana for developers. And that's what I'm super excited about this current phase of JavaScript, because now I can write in the language that I love the most and cover all my bases. This is Nodecopter. It's a $300 helicopter that these people were able to make run using JavaScript. So you can write JavaScript and you just do, helicopter.flip and it'll do a flip. And that's with JavaScript. MongoDB is a NoSQL database. The shell is written in JavaScript. It features a built-in JS engine. And when you're doing MapReduce queries, you're actually writing those functions in JavaScript. So where do I start? I'm going to send you to codecademy.com. They have these amazing interactive JavaScript tutorials to get you started. And so if you're not a developer and you're like, I don't know what you're talking about, codecademy.com, that's where you need to go. So why should you learn JavaScript? It's the explosion of all these different places where you can use JavaScript. That didn't exist even 3 and 4 years ago. Because of all these different places you can use it now, I'm going to say that is what makes JavaScript the most important technology of the decade. Thank you.